Hello, welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today I'm going to be taking a quick look at SWAAP Swaap. Okay, now Swaap is a new AMM design that's pretty interesting, and it has some clever ideas inside here. They are able to greatly reduce impermanent loss, and you'll understand. I have a flowchart for you, so I will go through that. But I will encourage you, as usual, to come and read the docs. The docs is not too long. It's not too intimidating, so you can probably read it in quite a short time. But as usual, I will go through the flowchart, and you'll have a pretty good understanding of what's going on here. So right now, they currently only have this single pool, this basically try crypto pool, and you can come here and you can deposit your assets. You can deposit single-sided into this pool, or you can deposit some of them or all of them. So let's say if I put 1 ETH, it's going to calculate the other assets that need to be put in there based on the current ratio of this, like 33, 35, and 27. Now that's the current ratio of this pool because the pool is already created and already active, and there is a ratio in there. So if you do come to supply all assets, then you kind of have to follow this ratio. But this ratio is not designed based on the 50-50 or the price, the 50-50 portion of this pool. So anyhow, let's go over to the flowchart and I'll explain to you kind of what's going on inside here as I understand it. Okay, so here we are on the flowchart and we have dollar bill here. He's going to supply assets to the pool. Now, like I showed you, there was Bitcoin as well, but I'm just going to use to pretend that there's a USDC ETH pool in here, and that I'm going to supply to that instead, just to make things a little simpler, so I don't have 3 tokens, and I didn't have to copy and paste 3 tokens and so forth. But anyhow, so let's say he creates this pool, or this pool was created, and the current ratio is just asking for 100 ETH and 100 USDC. Now it's not, he doesn't have to supply, like I said, a 50-50 based on the dollar value of these tokens. It's not constant product. So like 100 ETH and 100 USDC is probably not a great calibration for a pool, but the point is that these are not predefined, okay, in a sense, before the pool was created. So anyhow, so he supplies assets to both sides of a trading pool, but he doesn't have to follow the constant product formula or some sort of balancer formula like 80-20 or something like that. So along comes how does this AMM basically work is it asks Chainlink for the price values of those 2 tokens. Okay, so that's basically what it uses to allow people to trade. Now, this is one of the reasons why they're using short tail assets and not long tail assets, because they have dependable price feeds from Oracle, because there's a lot of centralized exchanges that can have order books. There's also a lot of AMMs already that are supplying price feeds for these tokens, so they can use these tokens more safely and depend on this price feed. So the price feed comes from Chainlink, and it tells the AMM how much those tokens are worth and so forth. Now, if the price feed ever misses, then the AMM gets paused. Not the entire thing, but that LP, the specific LP that has that token, becomes paused. So if it ever misses 1 beat, so whatever reason, it just misses, they pause it, and then the next time it's on, and I'm not sure how it will get unpaused, if it's an automatic unpause after, X amount of successful Chainlink Oracle feeds, or if it's something that needs to be done manually via the multisig or something like that. Okay, onwards. So here we come with a boosted bill, and he wants to trade through this pool. So as normal, he will sell his ETH for USDC, and it will use these price feeds to give him the appropriate amount of USDC. Now, if these trades happen quite a lot, and this ratio that was set up at the beginning changes by 2%, then it will pause again. So this is a way so that the system doesn't, like the ratio, these people don't get wrecked by supply. So it'll just pause it, and then they will assess it and I guess unpause it and so forth. Now, boosted bill wants to know how much does he have to pay for this service? What are the fees? Okay, so there are two kinds of adjustments to the fees. So the first one is the price oracle. So the last 10 oracles, if they are deemed to be volatile, then the fees will go up. Okay. If they're deemed to be pretty stable, then the fees go down. The second part of the fee algorithm or formula takes into account the ratio based on like the change. So what the AMM wants is they want dollar bill here who put 100 USDC and 100 ETH into this pool to get back 100 USDC and 100 ETH base plus whatever trading fees that were being paid, right? So when this ratio is quite a bit off, then the fees will go up. Okay, and of course, if he performs a trade that balances this back towards the original ratio, then the fees go down, and he's incentivized in a sense to do that, right? Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Dollar Bill is currently he supplied assets to this pool. He is currently farming the Swaap token, and it's basically, IOU to him. This token is not live, it's not tradable, and it basically says that it will be the governance token of the platform. So it doesn't talk about a set, fee structure, and there's also no talk inside the docs that I found of what the protocol earns. So the protocol earned ratio of those fees. Okay, so this is an overview, just an idea of what's going on here. As usual, I would suggest you to go to the Discord, go to the docs, read deeper, ask more questions, find out if this is something interesting to you. I do think it's pretty clever, and I will take a look at it again in the future on my own time. Thank you so much for watching, and hope this has been useful, and goodbye.